Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match pint. Nicky and Dan have just finished the watch-along. They're now doing the fan cams. Us three good-looking bastards are going to jump straight to a post-match.
I'm coming off the bench.
Yeah, we're all coming off the bench. We're off the bench. We're getting our debuts on post-match pint FA Cup special. But yeah, now we've all got to get up early and work. Get up for work tomorrow, so we're just going to jump and do this straight away. But yeah, it's FA Cup, Stockport 0, West Ham 1. Scott, take us through the starting lineup, mate, if you can remember it.
Randolph in goal, Stufal right back, Dawson, Obona, Ben Johnson left back. Who's in midfield? Noble and Rice. Ben Rama, Lanzini, and Yarmolenko with Antonio up top.
Got to give it to David Moyes. A few surprises in there. I'm surprised Antonio started tonight. I know he got minutes under his belt, which is good, but he's our only fully fit striker, so it was a big risk to play him tonight, especially in a game against a team like Stockport. But yeah, I think David Moyes showed Stockport and us fans and the FA Cup respect tonight with that team selection.
Yeah, strong side out, which is what he said he would do.
It did worry me a bit with that pitch, though, how heavy that pitch was, how it would affect Antonio, especially with his hamstrings, because every pitch is cause. If you've got if you're coming back,
I said that to you, didn't I? After about 5 minutes, I said this looks like it's going to get really heavy later on.
Yeah, especially with the way like teams like Stockport playing that and the pitch, the way it was. Antonio, chasing them balls down, running right across that back four. You feared, didn't you? But no, look, he's seen out the game tonight. I know he went off right at the end, didn't he? So he got a good 90 minutes under his belt tonight. Good for us, fitness wise. But I mean, look, there's not really much to talk about in this game, is there? Really, it was a game. West Ham controlled the game. It was like watching Man City versus West Ham, wasn't it? It was like the way Man City play against us. They've got all the ball. They're just trying to break us down.
Yeah,
fair play.
You've got to give credit to Stockport. I thought they were fantastic. I thought they defended really well.
100%, mate. And there's a bit of history there with West Ham and Stockport. We haven't won there before. Obviously, I can't believe it was 25 years ago that Dowie scored that own goal, but I remember it. I remember watching it live on Sky that night, and it was similar, wasn't it? Weather-wise, it was pissing down the rain. I think if they'd have had a crowd there tonight, it'd have been a different story. I really do.
Yeah, the crowd would have given them a bit of a lift because, normally you'd sit there and think the amount of ball we had, they'd start to tire, but they sort of come into the game, didn't they? The longer it went on, they were getting more confident. Their shape. You've got to give Stockport a lot of credit. They marked Antonio out of the game. To be honest, I don't think Antonio had the best of games. He made it a bit easy for them to mark him. His movement wasn't the greatest, but they defended well. They defended so well, and they were so structured in their shape, and they held their shape really good.
I mean, normally when the team's set up, like you want your midfielders and that to sort of drop in between the lines, don't you? And play through the lines, but they didn't even give us the space to do that. There was no space to play between the lines.
They sat back, and I know they're non-league players, but when you got to try to break 11 players down, trying to work your way through. And look, we had Ben Rama, Lanzini today. They kept dropping off deep. It's tough. When the pitches like that, it's tough to play on the floor.
Yeah,
because the ball gets stuck in the mud, and it's very difficult for players like. But I mean, you look at the way Ben Rama started the game when the pitch wasn't that heavy. I thought to myself, do you know what? He's gonna get himself a goal tonight. The way he was picking up the ball, he found space and he had that shot, didn't he? And he hit the post. And Lanzini had one from outside the box. Declan Rice had one from outside the box. Yarmolenko had one from outside the box. So they frustrated West Ham in that way that they made us play outside the box and take them chances from outside the box. But as Graham said, you got to give credit to Stockport. Non-league players, biggest game of their season, probably the biggest game of some of their players' lives. Playing against a Premier League.
Do you know what? As well, I thought Stockport, and as the game went on, and they got a little bit more of the ball, I thought that they actually knocked it about really well.
Do you know what I love though?
They played some good stuff.
When the rain started coming down, when I was watching Mark Noble was like watching a Sunday league player sliding in because he knew the grass was wet. He was sliding in. You know what? I thought Mark Noble had a decent game tonight. I think Declan Rice had a really good game. the thing is, these are the sort of games we want to rest Declan Rice. But he's so important to our team and level-headed that we can't afford to drop him at the moment. And plus, he's cup-tied, so he can't go to Chelsea.
But that's the thing. You see in the second half how he drove us on that run he made where he just basically run into a brick wall of Stockport players. And that was the thing. They just crowded out the middle of that goal, the middle of the pitch, and made it hard to play. That's what he said. When you look at Benrahma in the first half picking up the ball when the pitch was a bit better, he looked like he could unlock that defence. And just as the game wore on, and like you said, him and Lanzini were having to drop so deep to pick up the ball. That I said to you, Gray, didn't I, at half time, that we should just need to go direct, bring Bowen on, and just go long and just try and catch him on the counter.
If you're going to break a team down that's set up like it needs to be quick one touch stuff around the edge of the box. Ball's holding up, you couldn't do it. So like you said, we needed to go a little more direct.
I think we was trying to do that, weren't we, in the first 15, 20 minutes with Benrahma and Lanzini. But once the pitch got heavy and wet, you just can't play that sort of football. Yarmolenko was trying little flicks, but they weren't coming off. But probably the highlight of the first half and everyone's highlight was the fireworks. And I'm sure Mike Dean stopped the game because he thought it was for him. He hate that geezer. He loves himself, doesn't he? But I mean, it was just a frustrating first half. It was a frustrating game overall, But if we go on further in this FA Cup, you're not gonna remember this game now, are you? We've done what we've had to do. Move on. I know that these are the sort of games that you're expecting a 3 or 4 or even a 5-0 against non-league teams, but they make it so difficult. And this is why I love the FA Cup, because tonight felt like, I know there weren't no crowd there, but it felt like a proper old school FA Cup fight. The big boys, what was it, 86 positions between us and them in the league stand. They're 10th in the Premier League, they're in the non-league, and it's the magic of the FA Cup. And I'm sitting there, and as a West Ham fan, I'm sure you two were, and I'm sure everyone watching this was, you was expecting them to score. You was expecting them to go 1-0 up the longer the game went on.
Yeah, that was it. That's what I said. Is when you get to the second half and they start coming into the game a bit more, especially the substitution, and when Dawson makes a mistake and that geezer's, I don't know who the striker was, but he's sort of going through and you're thinking, oh no, this is it. This is where they're going to nick it. And then, luckily enough, we get ourselves out of trouble. But
for 25 years,
I messaged you, didn't I? I was like, what is he doing?
For 25 years, the name Brett Angel has haunted me from when he scored for Stockport. And I just thought to myself, I've seen this all before. It's written in the start. That's why I didn't laugh at Leeds yesterday, because I'm thinking, how can you sit there and laugh at Leeds when we've got to play Stockport the next night? And with the history of West Ham. But I mean, Ogbonna tonight, solid. Dawson again, solid. I'll say that's another clean sheet for Dawson and a goal, which we'll talk about in a little while. But Soufal, very comfortable at right back. He looks a bit uncomfortable at some points. Like, I think.
Do you know what? I think the pitch took its toll on him, because he was bombing forward a lot and getting caught out. And you saw at one point when they broke, he struggled to get back. His legs must have felt like jelly by the end of that game. The amount of running he done on that pitch.
Ben Johnson as well. Go on, Gray.
Because my missus was watching the game with me as well, and she went,
Gray.
All the mud and rain. She's going, I'm having flashbacks when you used to play Parslows on a Sunday.
That's
me standing by the side of a wet pitch in the rain.
I mean, no one's going to go back and watch this game again. But if someone could get a highlight reel of Noble during that game, you watch him. And Declan Rice as well. It was like they was back playing Sunday League football over Acton Marshes, sliding because they knew it was wet. We all used to do it. A little bit of rain, you're thinking, right, I'm sliding, taking about 10 people out here.
It was.
He'd be warming up again. I stood for slide tackles today.
But I mean, first half, as I said, the main highlight was probably the fireworks. Let's be honest. But second half, we come out no changes. I didn't expect. I expected Bowen to come on for Yarmolenko.
That's what I was. As I said, we were sat at the ground at half time, going a bit more direct to try and play a bit deeper, and then just sort of put the ball over the top with Antonio and Bowen playing up front. To be fair, we could have probably especially the way the pitch was going, we could have sacrificed either Benrahma or Lanzini and gone 2 up top.
Yeah.
You know, that would have been, you know, the way the pitch panned out and things like that, they may have been a bit more. Antonio might have got more joy then. I think with him up top on his own, it made it easier for their two centre-halves to pick him up. And I said every time the ball got into him, they seemed to crowd him out.
Yeah, I mean, tonight's game was probably set up for us to play at the London Stadium. You know, if Benrahma, Lanzini and Antonio are playing on our pitch, bigger pitch, much better conditions, you know, we would probably won that about 4 or 5-0 tonight. No disrespect to Stockport County, but that's the magic of the FA Cup, isn't it? You go to these grounds and it was like I said, when Bowen and Souček come on, and they sort of changed it for us, didn't they? Souček give us that bit of height in the box. Bowen wanted to get the ball down and take people on. He kept looking to cut inside like he usually does and have a shot, but them two for me changed the game. They changed the formation for us as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. And the thing we didn't do enough of in the game really was get decent crosses into the box. You know, we had Antonio in there, and you know, it was too much. At times, it was too much tippy tappy around the edge of the area. We should have got the ball wide, try to get it in the mix a bit, cause problems, have a few late runners coming in. And as I said, when Souček come on, that's what we had. You saw that with the header that he just put past the post. You know, a late arrival, cross into the box, decent cross, and as per usual, he gets in the right position, but just put his header wide.
I mean, we haven't spoke about him yet because he didn't really have much to do, but difficult conditions for Darren Randolph tonight. It's the sort of game, innit, where our goalkeeper can just make a mistake like that. And he nearly had one in the first half when he went to punch it, and it dropped and it bobbled around the box, and I was like, "Oh, what's going on here?" But
it was one of them. It was a tricky night. It was a wet night. You know, he luckily enough, it didn't cost us, so we'll just have to move on from that one. It's a mistake. Unfortunately, keepers make it, and luckily enough, it didn't cost us this time.
Where we've seen so many times down the years, it has cost us.
Exactly. So he realistically, on overall for the night, he didn't have a lot to do, did he? I don't think really either keeper had too much to do, and that is a little bit worrying. The fact that we didn't make their keeper work a lot more.
No, I think up until the goal, we only had one shot on target.
Yeah,
and no disrespect. I mean, the way that game was going, I mean, I thought we was going to be sitting here late tonight doing this because I thought that was heading towards extra time. Yeah,
I was waiting for extra time.
Sorry, go on.
No, I was saying, like Scott was saying, once we got Bowen on, got the ball wider, it pulled the fullback out a bit, and there was a couple of times where we just sort of a little dink him, sort of get him turned, like a little ball between the centre half and the fullback, and seem to open it up a little bit more then.
Creswell, he brought Creswell on for Johnson. I don't know why. I don't think Johnson was injured. I just think maybe he gave away a couple of silly free kicks, didn't he? Johnson, maybe he was getting a little bit tired. Obviously, legs are heavy with the pitch. Brought on Creswell. The only gutting thing about tonight is I wish we would have been about 2 or 3-0 up so we could have seen the youngster. I know he come on at the end, but overall, look, it's not the greatest of performances, but we're through. Yeah. That's the main thing.
How many times we lost games like that over the years?
Yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, it don't matter how you win a game. A win's a win. And let's be honest, overall, we controlled the game. They had their little half chances. For a team that's worked on set pieces for the last week or so, trying to catch us out of them, their set pieces were diabolical. If I was their manager, I'd be absolutely screaming at them.
He was, wasn't he? He was fuming. Robbie Savage was saying in commentary that they've been working all week on set pieces, and every single set piece they got, they wasted.
Yeah, exactly. It goes. Go on, Greg.
I'll say O'Connor was solid again at the back. He was winning everything, wasn't he? So.
But that's it. But you sort of think they had the aerial advantage. We had all right Dawson and Bonner and Rice and Antonio and Yarmolenko with the height, but we also had some small players there that they probably could have took the advantage of, and they didn't make it count. And as I said, if you're setting up being that defensively, you need to make your set pieces count. It's a bit like us, like we said, like Ryan was saying, when we play against the likes of City and Liverpool, when you get your opportunities like set pieces, things like that, you've got to take them. And as we've seen before when we've played teams, we've not took our chances, and they didn't really create any chances from set pieces. So they'll be disappointed on that. I think we got very lucky tonight, and that they got things wrong. And said we did control the game. We were the better team, but we also got a bit lucky.
Well, I'm just glad. Yeah, I'm just glad.
Go on, sorry. Sorry, mate.
Go on.
No, I was just going to say that they did cause us a few problems setting up when they bought the sub on the tall fella. He was a little bit of a handful.
He was the one that forced Dalton into the mistake.
Yeah. Sorry, welcome.
No, you're all right. Go on. No, I was just going to say, like, obviously, then we nicked it at the end. Souček had a header just before that, didn't he? Great ball in from Soufal, but yeah, we got the win in the end. Dawson, first goal for the club, 3 games in a row, 3 clean sheets, and a goal for him. And let's be fair, he's shutting a few people up at West Ham. Because when we signed him, there was a lot of stick, that he got, and I think we all give him a bit of stick because it was a signing that we thought we didn't need. And since he's come into the first team, Southampton away, Everton away, Stockport away, he's had some tough games, and fair play to him. He's I can't see Balbuena pushing him out of that team at the moment.
No, that's it. This is what I said in the preview. You've got to feel a bit sorry for Balbuena. Dawson got his chance in the squad rotation, and he just took his opportunity to get in the side, and he took it by both hands, with both hands. And Balbuena and Diop not on the bench tonight. And to be fair, I think they're isolating, aren't they, again? Well, Diop's isolating again, but is Balbuena isolating as well? Is that why they weren't there today?
I don't know.
If that's the thing, because I fully expected both of them to start, to be honest.
But Bonner and Dawson are getting a good partnership together now, a good understanding.
Yeah, no, I think we all said it when we signed Dawson. I think we all said it that if everyone's fit, Dawson ain't going to play. He ain't going to get on the bench. But he's taken his opportunity when he's been given it, and fair play to him. And that's what I love. I love stories like that. I love seeing players come in and who we don't give him a chance. We think, it's a panic signing. He's on loan from Watford Championship club, and he's come in and he's impressed me the last 3 games, and long may it continue.
Yeah, exactly, mate.
Great header as well.
Very good header. Good ball into the box.
Yeah, he sort of arrived late, didn't he? Good downward header, zip off the pitch.
I'll be honest, when we took the corner, quick, I'm sitting there thinking, they ain't given enough time for the centre half to get up, and it's Dalton that puts it in the back of the net.
Well, at first I thought it was Souček that scored it. The camera's wobbling. I just see someone go up for an header, and but look, it's massive. And as I said at the beginning, fair play to David Moyes. He's put a strong team out. We're comfortable in the league, so why not go for it? We know who we've got. We've got Doncaster at home next, which I think, being at home, bigger pitch, I think we'll get through that one, and then we play the winners at Man United and Liverpool. And it's not the great. I'm not. They done the no away. Sorry, away.
Yeah,
away to United or Liverpool. But I'm not a big fan of them doing the 5th round draw.
No.
I don't think they should have done that, because for me, like Stockport, where they're based, their biggest rivals are City and United. Now that draw, 5th round draw, they've seen that before the game. That's their team talk there. Look, we got Doncaster, we beat West Ham, we played Doncaster, and we can play Man United or Liverpool. So I think that I don't think the draw should be done until all the games are played.
There's
no reason why they couldn't have done the FA Cup draw after tonight's game or tomorrow. What's the difference? But it's
the thing is, right, as much as Doncaster, again, a game we should win. So I'm with you. I think being at its own, I fancy our chances a lot more of making it comfortable. But even Man United, Liverpool, I saw on Twitter people saying, well, we might as well not win this game because we ain't getting past United and Liverpool. We've played well against both them sides. All right, United tore us apart. We collapsed, didn't we, within the space of 10 minutes or so against United. And we didn't take our chances against them. We should have been 5 up before half time. Again, we played well against Liverpool, didn't get knocked out, but it's a cup game. them two teams have got European football to play for as well. So as the games keep mounting up and people pick up injuries, things like that, you just don't know what's going to happen.
That's it. I mean, yeah. I mean, obviously we've got to get past Doncaster first. But if we do come up against United or Liverpool, as you said, we've played well against them this season. All right, we've lost both games, but they'll be looking at us as well as a difficult time because they know that we're going to put out our full team because we want to go for this cup this year. And you get past them, you start dreaming. You start dreaming of getting to Wembley.
Exactly.
I'm not looking past Doncaster yet. I'm waiting until the
I think we know. We could be sitting here. We could be sitting here now, and then West Ham could lose to Doncaster. We know what West Ham are like and what the FA Cup. It's the magic of the FA Cup, isn't it? But it's I'm just not a big fan of them doing the draw.
Yeah, I'm with you, mate. I'm with you. The thing is, the worrying thing as well, we've been knocked out in the fourth round the past 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah, we lost to.
I mean, you think we went out to Wimbledon? They were bottom of the league at the time.
Went out to Wigan,
West Brom.
Birmingham. No, we beat Birmingham, didn't we? Just about.
Yeah. So that's the worry, but it is what it is. You take every game as it comes, and you try and beat what's in front of you. You just feel that there is. As I said when I've done the preview, I said about you look at us against lower league opposition earlier in the season, we swept past them. We Charlton 3-0 and we absolutely battered Hull. So again, being at home will be a massive advantage against a side like Doncaster.
Yeah, but I'm not taking it for granted.
No, of course not. Of course not. You can't.
Here, Scott. There's a lot of people spamming this chat. This is why we don't read the chat out. So, but well, you got United fans watching a West Ham channel talking about Stockport County. Shows how happy they are, don't you? Look. Overall, we're happy and we're happy we're through. I know it wasn't the greatest of games, and I wish we were sitting here talking about a 4 or 5-0 win and talking about more goal scorers. But look, the magic of the FA Cup, and Dawson's the hero tonight.
Exactly, mate. Listen, job done, clean sheet. Move on to the next round. Didn't pick up any injuries. Antonio got 90 minutes under his belt. Benrahma more game time, Lanzini more game time. So it's only going to boost us going forward to the next game. We've got
Benrahma get his first goal now.
Yeah, we've got a couple of tough games coming up. I've got Burnley on Saturday and West Brom on Tuesday, both at home. If we get, it'd be lovely to get 6 points out of that, put us right up there in the mix and put us in the top 6 if other results go our way. So, it's a massive week for West Ham coming up. Let's just hope that, injuries, no one's picked up a knock tonight. I didn't see anyone sort of limping off or anything. They weren't their socks off, literally. So,
That's it. As I said, they're winnable games, but they're tricky games. Burnley don't have the greatest bit of a bogey side for us, and obviously West Brom is Big Sam coming back, so they're going to be tough. But
it's not only Big Sam; it's Diagana, it's Snodgrass.
And they haven't had a win under Big Sam yet either. So,
and by that time it'll probably be Andy Carroll as well, James Tompkins, Ravel Morrison, Colton Cole. Fucking, as I said on Friday Night Pint, David Moyes better tie that Kevin Nolan down just in case Big Sam tries to sign him.
Yeah, try and get his boots back on. But
try and tap him up.
I said it weren't the greatest of games tonight, but
who's your man of the match tonight then? West Ham man of the match. I thought man of the match overall was right. I thought Hogan, the centre back for Stockport, had a great game.
I thought Maynard in the midfield for them played really well as well. To be fair, even who was it? Was it Jennings, the left winger or the left midfielder who ended up playing sort of an extra left back? He played well. It's tough to pick out man of the match for us because they played so well.
Right. But as the commentator says, you've got to pick one. So come on.
I'm going to say Ogbonna.
Yeah.
Didn't really put a foot wrong again tonight.
Ogbonna or Rice, but I'd say Ogbonna edged it.
I'd say Ogbonna or Dawson for me. I'll probably give it to Dawson because he got his first goal for the club. So I'll give it to him because you've both picked Ogbonna. But I thought they was both solid. They both dealt with the conditions well. I think Declan Rice had a really good game as well, controlled the midfield, tried to make things happen. Even when he went on these little mazy run, it just got stuck under his feet.
Yeah.
To be fair, there was a shout in that game for a penalty for us as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, and realistically, if VAR was involved, it would have been a penalty. I think it was for the Souček going through, weren't it?
Yeah,
Souček didn't appeal for the penalty. He thought the player got the ball first, and he was pointing to the corner. But when they showed the replay, even Savage turned around and said, "If VAR is involved, that's a penalty."
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Again, that was a proper FA Cup tie with no VAR. There was no goal line technology either. So you're relying on the referee. And to be fair, all right, you can see how he wouldn't have seen that one. But for Mike Dean, I thought he had a decent game tonight.
But usually Mike Dean, it's all about him, innit? But he had a good game. Did anyone get booked? I don't think anyone even got booked, did they? And on a pitch like that.
So, no. Yeah. So I said there was a couple of like late-ish fouls and things like that, but it was a well-played game, if you get what I mean. There was no malice in any tackles, and I said I think the players, you've got to give the Stockport players a lot of respect for the way they played, and I think we appreciate how hard that they made the game for us.
Yeah, because that's how we've played against the likes of Man City, and in the past, we've made it difficult for them. So, I thought Stockport played really well tonight.
Yeah, difficult game, difficult conditions, but we get the win and we move on to the fourth round. Come on, you Irons! Just before we go, obviously, big week coming up for West Ham. Now we've got, as I said, we've got Burnley at home on Saturday. Difficult game. Is that on the telly, that one? Because it's still a 3 o'clock kickoff. I don't think it is it?
I don't know,
but West Brom's definitely on the telly next week.
From BT Sport.
Let's hope that, it's only Monday. A lot can happen in the world of football. Let's hope that we can get someone in. I know we've been linked with a few strikers. I know we're not going to talk about them all now because it's late. We'll probably do something in the build up to the game on Saturday about it, and we've got Friday Night Pint as well. But yeah, I mean, it's we need to get someone in. We get someone in. We've set ourselves up to have a good season here. It's only us that can fuck this season up and chuck it away, because we're sitting 10th in the Premier League. What is it? 4 points off 6th play or top 4, whatever it is. We get a couple good wins. Pushes us up the table, and then after the 2 games, I think it is the 4th round of the FA Cup then. So as long as injuries are kind to us. Yeah. There's a lot of people saying this on Amazon. So I've seen that, happy days, we can watch it.
We'll watch that one.
But that's rare, isn't it? 3 o'clock on a Saturday.
Yeah.
That's why I was surprised they don't move that till like 11:30 at night.
Yeah. It's
post-match Pint at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Hey?
When was the last time we had a 3 o'clock?
Fuck no, it was probably about 3 years ago.
I'm sure we've had one recently, but I'm struggling, I think.
Yeah, probably. At least with West Brom on the Tuesday as well. It's a 5:30 kickoff, so it ain't a late one. So
is it? Or I thought it was 6.
No, 5:30.
Is it? You sure?
Yeah.
You sure that's not what time the BT Sport programme comes on?
It might be time the BT Sport programme comes on. That could be 6 o'clock.
I think it's a 6 o'clock kickoff, but whatever. Yeah, it's an early one. We should be done by 12. But yeah, I mean, look, that's it. We'll leave it there. This post-match Pint FA Cup special. Nicky and Dan are obviously doing the fan cams now, so go over and watch all the fan cams after. They should be uploaded any minute now. Graham, you got anything to add, mate?
No, I think we covered everything, haven't we, really?
What? You got anything to add, mate?
No, mate, that's it. We're all done for tonight.
Happy days. We've all got work in the morning. It's quarter to 11 at night. But look, thank you so much for everyone for watching this. If you are watching it on replay tomorrow morning, good morning. And yeah, we'll leave it there. We're in the 4th round of the FA Cup. Graham, one thing left to say?
Come on,
you